my hair just gets more and more... It's got its own fucking life, bro. Let it live it. How do I do this? Greetings, royal subjects. My eyes are like so full of glitter right now. It's insane. I feel it all merging. So much hair. You know that I've had people ask me if it's all extensions. Very, very thick, curly, frizzy. No, let's not say curly, let's say let's call it what it is. I'm embracing the natural Exza hair though. We're not gonna have the kitty ears in this. We're not gonna have the kitty ears. I got lipstick on my tooth. Ah. That would have been embarrassing. I was hoping to put these in, but I don't even need them. I don't need them. We're not listening to anything. Alright, I need to get down to business. Oh, itchy glitter. Itchy glitter on the nose. Oh, I tried to do like a... I've got like a pink blushy effect over, but you can't really see it. Even my light's too bright. That's just what... Her clown's been on a night out. Let me... Oh. She is in a mood today, honey. Right, that's very blue eyes. Like, do I look like a zombie? Yeah. Let's... Right, I never do central light. That actually looks quite good. Maybe I should start doing central light. I always do like side light. Central light. You can see kind of properly. Hang on. Okay, cue the clip of Exza saying this is unhinged, and let's just get on with it, shall we? This is becoming unhinged. Royal subjects. Can't do this character at all. Right, basically, I'm gonna get into it now because I can guarantee my editor, who I'm still struggling to actually outsource my videos to. Sorry. I like a bit of control. Creative control, if you will. This is... I guarantee they've put like a bunch of clips from all of that footage of me just rambling and... Love you guys. Basically, recently I rewatched Thomas Sanders as Roman, aka Creativity, doing the Disney tier list, and I thought, hey, I don't think I've done that. And I've done quite a few tier lists, so we're doing the Disney and Pixar film tier list today. I will shrink myself down in a minute, but yeah. In cosplay... Hang on, let me... Which way is my camera? This way. Right. I am cringing at myself right now. I am going to shoot myself. No, that's... wrong character. Ah. Okay, fuck it. Let's just get into it. Right. First things first. I thought that I would have similar views on these Disney films as Thomas did. Roman, sorry. No. No. And that's what inspired me to do this. I was like, hey, what if I started doing tier lists as characters? That'd be cool. So I've got a few written down. Yeah. I don't know why this is the first one. This is the I just wanted to do Roman makeup again because I've not done it in a long time, and I do like a golden red. I've not worn red lipstick in about 4 years, so... I'll my teeth again. I assume they're just going to take all these clips of me having lipstick on my teeth and flick it throughout of it. Anyway, let's shrink down, shall we? Would you like a close-up? I got a little star thingy. It's cool, isn't it? It's neat. I'm starving on my phone. I had such good plans for this, and I really don't think I'm going to be able to stick to her. Oh. Shrink me down a bit more, shall we? Hola. That's not... Right. What is up, everybody? No, still. I think I am gonna find a new place for my light at some point, you know, because every time I have my hand like up here, which I tend to do a lot, I have a habit of touching my face. It's a tick thing. That blocks the light. I'm so bad at this. I'm so bad at YouTube. I don't know why I continue to bother. Honestly. Yes. Anyway, let's get into it, because these tier lists tend to be pretty long fucking videos, to be fair, and I have just spent the past like 20 minutes rambling. And sorry, there's something on my camera. They ask me why I don't go on medication for ADHD. I don't actually know what to tell people. Anyway, I was going to change all of these to be like, oh, S tier is like fairest in the land and stuff. I thought, you know what? I can't be bothered. I didn't think that. I thought, you know what? Let's do it true to form. So this is apparently, all the Disney and Pixar films. I am assuming, in terms of like in cinemas, DVD, etc., release, because this does not seem like a lot of films for Disney. I'm assuming it is also skipping out any sequels, well, any straight to DVD sequels. Blocking the light again. I just too hideous to look at. I wish I were joking. Let's start. Snow White. I know it is the first Disney film, the first proper Disney film. I know that, but I think it's overrated. I don't know. Okay, let me get my life in order. It's going to take quite a few years. God. Editor, make me look good. Make me... I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. It's one of them days, dude. It's one of them days. The live-action remake was shit. That's all my brain is giving me for Snow White. I'm sorry. Transformation. That was a good. The Queen with the thingies. And what you like, Doctor? That was good. Good shit. In all fairness, Snow White was not one I have really revisited much as an adult, so I don't really remember a lot of it. I remember the dwarves being my favourite part when I was a kid, and I remember Dopey in particular being my favourite. Bless his little heart. When I was a kid, I turned around to my mum, and I don't know why, or I do know why now, autism, let's be honest, but I turned around and went, "Ah, we're like the dwarves." And my mum went, "Dwarves?" And I was like, "Yeah, Dad's grumpy." Ben's sleepy, I think it says. That's my brother. Mum's something, and I'm Dopey. Way to go with that one, Exza. You prime comedy gold, because my mum could not stop laughing and she still brings it up to this day. So Snow White is going in C. I don't know why I had to tell that story. Young Exza, comedy gold, honestly. The shit that came out my mouth. Pinocchio, oh, I love Pinocchio. I love Pinocchio. Again, not one I've really watched much as an adult. I've watched more than Snow White as an adult though. Snow White just didn't captivate me, bro. But Pinocchio, that's gotta be at least a B. We've even done some written commissions like based around the story of Pinocchio and like Pinocchio. Fucking hell. I always remember the bit where his nose goes really, really long when he's in the birdcage, for some reason. I remember Jiminy Cricket. I remember the fox, of course. Love a good fox. That did not sound anything with a fox in it is going to get quite high on this list, just saying. Itchy again, and it's glitter. We were born with glitter and gold. I just mixed two songs together. That was Fire and Gold, and I think the other one's called Glitter and Gold, but it's no. I know what I'm talking about. I'll post a picture. You know what? This may be one where the video ends up coming back to me to do some extra editing on, and that bit's gonna get left to me, I just know it is. Okay, right. Pinocchio. The donkey transformation, holy fuck, love that bit. That's scary. That's very scary. And then the last thing I remember is Geppetto getting ate by a whale, and he's living in the whale, and then Pinocchio somehow finds him in the whale. What was happening in that movie? Anyway, Pinocchio's getting a B. I do like Pinocchio, but I feel like because I've not watched it in quite a while, I can't give it above a B. Sorry. Fantasia. Ooh, I loved this as a kid. It scared the shit out of me not because of the visuals or anything like that. It was, well, kind of a bit with the visuals, but it was the music. It was the bass, the deep bass on the side, the orchestra. This can sound really weird. Orchestral music? Orchestral? Orchestral. It's a kestrel, a bird. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. We're carrying on. The orchestral music when I was a kid used to freak me the fuck out, and I don't know why. It always seemed very dramatic, and I for no reason. It's like when you first start going to like school parties and you can feel the bass in your bones and you're like, this is anxiety inducing, why? Like that. Kind of, I guess. Or when you watch a horror film and they've got all the violins going, I need to waft this hand around instead of this hand because of the light. But yeah, no, do you get what I mean? Do you get what I mean? Fantasia! It's getting a C. It's getting a C. Dumbo! Oh. Okay, so obviously on a lot of these, especially the classics, there are going to be a lot of controversial Disney TM happening. Which I'm not going to specify for like every single one. I'm just going to say pinch of salt, bucket of salt, wheelbarrow of salt. I'm not ranking it obviously based on that. I may have smudged my star thingy, I don't know. It's itchy. It's lipstick. Nobody ever said I wasn't creative. Dumbo, right, yes. So, I am ranking these with the controversies put to one side, i.e. Dumbo. Can we talk about the best fucking scene in Dumbo? Where he flies? No. Good scene, but the best scene in Dumbo, honestly, let's be honest here, the best scene in Dumbo is the elephants on parade. We all know it, we all fear it, we all love it. And I feel like it probably made a lot of kids scared to get drunk, but I like that scene. The animation, okay, let's speak from an artist perspective, shall we? The animation, the imagery, the colours, everything. But then you get the scene where Bambi's mum, Bambi? I'm skipping ahead. Where Dumbo's mum is in the cage and shit, and why Disney gotta make me cry so much, dude? Either way, Dumbo is getting see. It's another one that I've not really watched in a long time, but I remember the pink elephants, because everybody remembers the pink elephants, and I remember maybe that's why I was scared of the heffalumps and woozles when I was a kid. And a teenager. Yeah. I need to be stopped. I need to chill. I need to chill. I need to zen. Just have a moment. Have a drink. Ruin your lipstick. Oh no, I didn't think this through. I should have got a straw. This is why I wear matte lipstick instead of gooey. Glossy? Gooey? Right. Dumbo is getting a C. Moving on, because otherwise this video is going to take 10 fucking hours. And it ain't my reacting to Sanderside's video, is it? Jesus. Bambi! Man is dangerous.
Man is dangerous.
That is. I choose the bear. I need to... I'm gonna take a moment. I'm getting cringed out by myself, dude. That normally happens when editing, but not when recording. Bambi! Thumper is one of the best sidekicks in all of Disney, and I don't care what you say. Thumper is great. Flower is great. That's the skunk, for anybody who doesn't know. Bambi's mum just straight up fucking dies. Gets shot by a hunter. Was that my first introduction to TV death? I don't think it was. I watched Lord of the Rings at a very young age. Also, a certain series by a certain somebody that I'm not going to mention because we don't talk about Bruno. Bambi. It's getting a bit... It's above Pinocchio. It's above Pinocchio. I love Bambi. The happier scenes are so good. It's just that one scene that... Plus the second half of... Okay, no, to be fair, the second half of the film doesn't really feel like the first. I know that's the point, but you've got this, like, drip, drip, drop little April showers with all the little ducklings and the birds and the... I'm forgetting everything that happens. But where Bambi's, like, born... My brain told me to say shoved out the cooch, but that's not... This is a wholesome Disney video. The second half of, like, his dad training him and him growing up and all this, that and the other, I don't know, it just felt like a completely different film. And I know that was, like, more common back then, was having, like, not one plot thread, but, like, multiple? I don't know. Yeah, but that might just be me. But, yeah, Bambi gets a B for Bambi. Hey, that works. Saludos, amigos. I don't think I ever watched that one. Is that supposed to be the Three Amigos? No, that'll be somewhere else, right? I don't think I watched that one. Is that the one with the bird? You know what bird I'm talking about. Every time I say bird, I'm going to put a picture of bird. Bird is the word. Bird is the word. I need to not be allowed in front of a camera. Saludos, amigos. Anything that I don't know, I'm going to put in D for D's nuts. No. In D for dinner. the free cabin. Oh, that's the bird, right? Is that Donald Duck? Where's Donald Duck there? I feel like we might just have to call this video, guys. This might just be it. This might. I don't know what's happening, and I don't know if it's because I was like going into this just going, oh, I'm just gonna dress as this character, and then as soon as I started wanting to hit record, I was like, maybe I should actually act like him. And somehow I've got this weird in between of not acting like him and acting yes, acting as myself, which nobody wants that. Free Caballeros. I don't think I've seen it, but I think it is that one with the bird. And once again, every time I say bird, it's getting put up on the screen. Bird, bird, bird. I am going to hate this if my editor sends me this back and it's just the bits where I'm like, stick pictures here, here, and here. It's gonna happen. They're probably just gonna start with the start, get to the actual tier list and go, right, no, I'm tapping out, done. Let me send it back and be like, send me a different one. Make mine music. I feel like, okay, so this one, the Fun and Fancy Free and the Melody Time. Oh, and Itchy Bud and Mr. Toad. I feel like these ones we did watch when I was a kid, but they weren't ones that we had on video. Yes, video. VHS, children. Back when you couldn't just watch a film over and over again without rewinding it. Do you know what a rewind is? Probably YouTube Rewind. Is that still a thing? I don't know. They put Will Smith on it one year. It was very strange. Maybe I do need medication. Okay, Make Mine Music. I don't think I've probably seen them. Again, can't remember them. So I do remember Fun and Fancy Free though. I think that they're going in D for now because I'm not sure. Itchy Bud and Mr. Toad, I remember I have watched this a grand total of like 2 times. It's not bad actually, the visuals are quite good.
Yeah! What is it? Lummy, doesn't it?
It's a weird one. It's not like a classic to me, even though it is technically a classic. It's just, I don't know, it's going above Snow White. Everything's going to be going above Snow White, and I don't know why. Let me have this. Cinderella. Okay, Cinderella's not actually bad. Every time I think of Cinderella personally, moi thinks of Cinderella. I think of Cinderella 3. A Twist in Time, was that the name of it? Where her stepsister turns out to be good instead of evil, and they get the okay. The evil stepmother gets the magic wand, okay, and then she's fucking about with shit, right, to try and get Cinderella's evil stepsisters married to the prince, and she locks up Cinderella, and the prince in that is just a full-blown he jumps out a fucking window. I love Cinderella 3, best Cinderella there is. I think everybody should give it a watch because it was very good. The prince is hilarious. I remember laughing for a good 10 minutes at that when I first watched it. I think he's like trying to distract his dad or something, and then he just jumps out a fucking window. Anyway, giggling too much. The original Cinderella. What are the good parts of the original Cinderella? Lucifer. Love that. Evil cat. Gotta love an evil cat. The mice. They were kind of cool. The animation was really starting to like... I mean, don't get me wrong, the animation on all of these is good, it's Disney, but the animation in Cinderella specifically is when, like, even as a kid, I looked at it and thought, this is a good-looking film. Like, this is... Like, the bubbles where she's singing and she's, like, the reflection in the bubbles, that was a really good visual. And the little mice food, and I think this was the first film as a kid where I realised that things that are going to be interacted with have a different line depth. This is an artist speaking, sorry. Have a different look to them than the other objects because obviously they're being animated. So obviously the backgrounds were more like watercolour, whereas the actual objects that were being interacted with, if you watching all animated films, tend to have a thicker line, different colour gradient, etc, etc. Very fascinating. I'm sure you're all interested to listen to that. But yeah, Cinderella was the first one where I kind of noticed that. Some good songs. Bibbidi Bobbidi Booyah. Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo is quite a good song. I like that one. And I also like the meme where she does that, then Cinderella's head explodes, and then she's still dancing around to Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo. That's great. It's hilarious. If I can find a clip, I'll put it here. But you know what? I think it's definitely above Disbo. I almost said Disbo. That's Fizbo's younger brother. Anybody that gets that reference gets 5 Ezra points. Would have been better as a Cinderfella. See, if we were going on sequels, like the main and its sequels, Cinderella will be getting quite high, but I think she's below Pinocchio. Yeah. Plus the original Grimm's Fairy Tale, great. Give it a read. They cut off their feet and then they get pecked to death by crows. What a glorious thing Disney is. Alice in Wonderland. I love Alice in Wonderland. Totally not a scary film for kids. No, honestly, Alice. I'm checking my teeth again, I think. Oh boy, there's going to be so many clips of me with lipstick on. Alice in Wonderland is so fucking good. That was one of my favourites as a kid. I still have the books. I still love Alice. I think my VHS was worn out of Alice in Wonderland. I guess I have always enjoyed the let's go to another world aspect of it. Beat. And yeah. Oh my god. I'm so sorry, guys, for beating you. That's very wrong of me. The Cheshire Cat. Oh, I love the Cheshire Cat. Plus, one of the only good live action remakes Disney's ever done, until you get to The Looking Glass, and then it's like, this was it? Really? Okay. But yeah, Alice in Wonderland. I'm sorry, I think this might be our first A. A or S? S. Ass. With the white rabbit, and then when she's falling down and you've got all the, like, things, and honestly, like, I feel like I'm ramping up the original Disney film more than I should be because of all the different spin-offs over the years that I am in love with. American McGee's Alice, the video game, amazing, so good, fucking love it. Obviously the original book is amazing. And then you've also got, like, there was an Alice show on Sci-Fi that had Kathy Bates and Tim Curry. It had Tim Curry in it, and Andrew Lee Parks, who is one of my favourite British actors. It had those three in it, and tons of other guest stars that were amazing, and it's such a good mini-series if you can watch it. I think it's all on YouTube. That aside, oh god, I do have a soft spot for Alice in Wonderland. Is it going to have to be an S just because of everything it's inspired? I mean, I know the book's obviously inspired more, let's be honest, but would it be as popular? I feel like I might be being controversial now, without a Disney film being made of it that we all grew up on. Plus that ending scene where she's running away from everyone is fucking terrifying, and I love it. I think Alice in Wonderland's getting our first S. Is it? It's getting our first A, for now. I might move it later. Peter Pan! Oh, I love Peter Pan. Fun fact about me, which I didn't realise is apparently a common occurrence for gay people, is that, well, non-binary gay here, but you know, is that when they're kids, we tend to have what's called a Peter Pan complex. Did not really know about that until a few years ago, and it makes sense. It definitely makes sense. I still don't want to grow up. I am 28 this year, which is terrifying, and I still feel like I'm 18. I want to go back to being 21 at the oldest. 22 maybe. Yeah. It depends. It depends. Yeah. Definitely don't want to go back to school because that was a rough time. But I'll go back to college. Yeah, back to college. That'd be good. Peter Pan. When I was in school, we each got assigned a Disney character that we had to say, I am like this character because blah blah blah, etc, etc. My character that I got given was Peter Pan. And you know what they made me say? You know what they fucking made me say? They made me say, I'm like Peter Pan because I never want to grow up. The signs were all there, guys. Wow, they were really trying to, like, give me a nudge with that, weren't they? Hey, come on, time to grow up now, even though you're 6. Fuck you, teachers. Peter Pan is amazing. Peter Pan is getting below Alice in Wonderland. Everyone's gonna hate me for that. I don't know, there are certain scenes where I'm a bit like, okay, yeah, bit slow now. That's just me personally, I don't know. I do love Peter Pan, but you know what I love more? I love the play that goes wrong with Peter Pan.
Of course! Oh my god!
What don't you cut it free?
I don't know what to say.
Eyes up onto the table. Would be an awfully big... Get me down!
Watch it, it's all on YouTube. It knocks the original out of the water, sorry. But yeah, it very good, very nice. Peter Pan. Tinkerbell's great. Just saying. Lady and the Tramp. Oh, I had such a soft spot for Lady and the Tramp as a kid. I think that was another VHS that got very worn out, very used, very rewatched. I don't know what it is. Cute dogs, bro. Cute dogs. It's the cute animals that makes it better. No, Again, there are unmentionables in this film. Very, very racist moments. But putting that to one side, Lady and the Tramp's a great film. I mean, the scene with the spaghetti and the meatballs and the fish. Lady and the Tramp is getting a B. The sequel was better. Sleeping Beauty. I remember like next to none of Sleeping Beauty. I remember the fairies arguing about the colour. I remember her dancing in the woods meeting the prince and there's an owl somewhere. I remember Maleficent. That's about it. And she turns to a dragon. Does she turn into a dragon? She turns to a dragon. Yeah. It's what the scene in Enchanted's based on. Look, I watched this a lot when I was a kid, but I didn't really grip my interest. I feel like there wasn't much of a storyline, even though there was. She's gonna stick her finger on a picking wheel. She's gonna prick her finger on a spinning wheel and fall asleep. And then she does sleep. For like the whole fucking film, bro. Set an alarm, honey. No, okay, Sleeping Beauty, I'm sorry, is going... Wow, Snow White's really going to be one of my worst ones, isn't it? Oh, does it go above or below? You know what, just because it gave us Maleficent... It's going there. 101 Dalmatians. I love this film so much. I love all the 101 Dalmatians films. Right, first of all, can we say they tried to give Cruella a redemption arc in the second film, where she becomes like an artist, or she's like an art investor or something, but she still tries to kill puppies. So that's not a redemption arc, Disney. And then you come out with a live action one with, was it Emma Stone? I think it's Emma Stone. Came out with a live action one with Emma Stone, and then you're trying to make her all sympathetic. Like, oh, she kills puppies because her boss hates her. Well, my boss hates me. That doesn't make me kill puppies, okay? No. But, anyway, getting back to it, Cruella de Vil, great villain. Good song as well.
Cruella de Vil.
Great song. The scene with all the puppies running and shit, you got to think, bro. They actually animated every single one of those puppies, right? I heard that somewhere, I might be wrong. Citation needed, as everything I say is citation needed. But every single one of those puppies, and it's a good thing they did Dalmatians, and I think that is why they did Dalmatians, because it's black and white, they didn't have to choose colour, or whatever. The scene where all the dogs are like communicating, and I always remember the scene at the start where, is it Purdy or Pongo? One of them, I think it's Pongo, is talking about the dogs looking like the humans, and they each look like that. The characteristics on that is so fucking good. I've gone into an art spiral again. I'm sorry. I'm geeking out about the art again. 101 Dalmatians, great fucking film, and you know what, it's going above Peter Pan. Is it going above Alice in Wonderland? Cute dogs again, what can I say? It's Sword in the Stone. Merlin is a fucking iconic idiot, and I love him. The Sword in the Stone is also accurate because it's in an anvil instead of a stone. Read up on your Arthurian lore if you want to learn about that little tidbit. I've not watched it in a long time. Again. Wow, I didn't realise how much I rewatch the more modern ones and don't really watch as many of the older, like the classics I don't really rewatch at all, like Fantasia and all the Snow White and stuff. The classics as I know them, the ones we're going through now, more so, yes, definitely, but I tend to go back to, like, I don't know, 2000s, 2010s, that's like, I don't know, even though I grew up with these ones. Odd. Right, Sword in the Stone. Sword in the Stone is going below Dumbo. That feels right. Kind of. Yeah. Jungle Book. Oh my god, Jungle Book. Right, I'm not even explaining it. Jungle Book is going in S tier. It's going in S tier. We got our first S and it's Jungle Book. Jungle Book was ultimately, like, the one that I would, like, if my mum's like, what do you want to watch? I'm like, Jungle Book. Fucking put it on. Such a good film. Just gotta check again there. Fucking lipstick on my teeth. Jungle Book was so fucking good, right? So you got Shere Khan, awesome bad guy, kind of a dick, very much a bitch, love it, sassy dude. You got Mowgli, Bagheera, which Bagheera was originally female in the book, if you didn't know that. That's cool, right? And Baloo. Bare Necessities, what a fucking bop, mate. Look for the bare necessities. Plus King Louis' song as well, that was really good, and Fall Out Boy did a cover of it, so, you know. Listen to the Fall Out Boy version if you want it. Even the live action wasn't too bad, but we're not talking about live action. The Elephants on Parade, or whatever it was, no, that's Pink Elephants on Parade from Dumbo, right? There is a song about the elephants. It's like duh 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 duh. I need to rewatch Jungle Book. I love Jungle Book so fucking much. It's so good. And the ending where he actually leaves, and I was like, where's he going? He's actually leaving? They don't do this in films. Hang on a minute. Like, I think that was my first introduction to, like, oh, you gotta let somebody go if you love them. And I was just like, huh? What? Is this what humans do? Sorry, is this what animals do? Personifying the fucking animals. Bagheera. It's Bagheera. Oh my god. My favourite character, and I can't even remember the fucking name. And the baby elephant. The baby elephant was so fucking cute. Oh my god. I love Jungle Book. If you couldn't tell, first S tier. Woot, woot. It was so good. And the snake that was voiced by Winnie the Pooh. Anyway, continuing. Right. Guys. No. Aristocats is also going in S. However, we gotta take into account the fucking... You know what is good, though? There is a clip on YouTube, if you ignore the end of the clip, because I'm pretty sure that controversial bit, isn't it? Where they're singing Everybody Wants to Be a Cat, and where he's, like, going through the floors on the piano. It's got Rammstein over it, so if you want to give that a watch, that's really fucking entertaining. Beardy showed me that. Shout out to you, mate. But, yeah, Aristocats. It's just... it's a good film other than that one scene, and that's... It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. But... no, you can't just add a but to that, is it? But... the rest of the film's good. That is also a part of the film, though. So... maybe I should lower my ranking for it. Thomas O'Malley. What a sassy boy. Love it. And those two duck ladies. Don't know where they went, but they annoyed me as a kid, but also made me laugh. And the kids, my favourite was always the little girl Kitty, because she was funny and sassy and put the boys in her place, honey, in their place, honey. Not her place. That would be weird. Moving swiftly along to Robin Hood. You know, I've been planning a Hear Me Out video. Robin Hood, bro. Any sassy fox is like a Hear Me Out for me. Is that weird? I should probably talk about that to my therapist. But Robin Hood, great film. Not watched it in a very long time. King Louis, is it King Louis? No, that's from Jungle Book. I am getting all my Disney films confused at this point. King James. I want to say that's right, but I don't know if it is. Now I'm trying to think through the Doctor Who episode where Capaldi met Robin Hood and remember who Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller's the one from Meet the Fockers. Oh my god. Ezra, just stay on one train of thought for once. Where Ben Miller played King. Yeah. Bet you didn't know that, did ya? He was in Primeval. With, callback to about 10 minutes ago, probably longer, Andrew Lee Potts. What? Oh my god. Britain. We know everybody. Robin Hood. Right. I don't really fully remember properly, if I'm honest. I've not watched it since I was a kid. I do, however, remember having a bit of a crush on Robin Hood. Well, it's better than having a crush on the one from the Goofy movie. Whatever her name was. Although I can understand. I'm not into that, but yeah. Right, Robin Hood is going between Bambi and Lady and the Tramp. Winnie the Pooh! Oh my god, the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh. This was an overworn out one for me. I think I watched this a lot more. Yeah, Winnie the Pooh's going there. I loved Winnie the Pooh when I was a kid. I still have a giant, like, Winnie the Pooh plushie, like the old design Winnie the Pooh plushie from when I was a kid, and his back opens up and you put your pyjamas in him. Why was that a thing when I was a kid? Everybody had these toys where you open up their backs and you can put your pyjamas in them. Why? Keep your pyjamas somewhere else. God. I don't know why that was so aggressive. I also had a zippy one. Well, that was my brother's. My brother had a zippy, I had we're getting off topic now. Winnie the Pooh, great. Tigger is my favourite. Makes a lot of sense, right? Rescuers. I need to rewatch Rescuers, because when I was a kid, I watched it once, I think. And I think I watched it once as a young teen, I want to say. and I've not watched it since. I did really enjoy it when I rewatched it, but however, I do need a refresher on it, so I feel like I can't put it above like C, because I do need to rewatch it. Yeah, but I do remember liking it more than these ones. I feel like I've had Fantasia too low. Is Fantasia higher than that? No, it's fine. I don't. Oh, Fox and the Hound. Okay, right. Well, one thing you need to know about me is I am a sucker for a sad film. However, I have refused to watch this one since I was a kid because of how much it made me cry. And I remember sitting there and being like, Mummy, Daddy, why does the fox and the dog not get along anymore? Why are they gonna kill each other? This film, dude, just leave them as little cubs and puppies running around. It's a kit for a fox, sorry. Kits and puppies running around. Todd, my little boy, my little fox boy. What a pure baby. And they gotta fight. There's train tracks. Is there train tracks? There's train tracks in that film. The second one's good. Not as good as the first, but again, I need to make myself rewatch that at some point because I refuse. I have refused since I was very young to rewatch it, even though I love a good sad film. I don't know why that's the... Well, I do know, it's animals. I watched War Horse once and refused to watch it again. I have not even seen Marley and Me. As soon as it's animals, I really don't. Watership Down. Why my parents thought that was a good idea, I'll never know. Ring of Bright Water. Any sad film that involves animals, I guess I can't. Huh. Interesting. As soon as it's humans, though, I eat that shit up. Like, give me all the sad human films you can any day. The Great Mouse Detective. Radigan. I had a bubble in my throat. Great Mouse Detective is going below Bambi. It's going below Pinocchio. Pinocchio. That is his Latin name. Latin. You're a Latin. Oh my god. That. You know, I think I might convince Beardy to go to some improv classes with me. That might be fun. I don't know, the whole concept of it was really good. The art style was quite, like, it was of that time, and it was very, like, scratchy, as I call it. Like, the sketchy style, which I really liked. Not the line work, the animation. That's going to sound really weird. I don't know how to explain what goes on in my brain with that. But watch it and, yeah. The songs, all that shit, yeah. Black Cauldron! Oh, I love Black Cauldron. I rewatched this. I don't even think I watched it as a kid. I might have done, but my parents didn't remember it at all, so I don't think I did. I rewatched this. Well, I guess I watched this a few years ago for the first time, and I actually really enjoyed it. Good princess, sassy, fun, very ditzy, honey, but not too much of a storyline. Gurgi? Disney. You don't always need the Jar Jar Binks comic relief. The worst thing is one of my favourite characters in Star Wars is Jar Jar just because of how much he annoys people. Plus, he's a Sith Lord. Look that one up. Black Cauldron. There's no songs. I'm trying to decide if that's a good or a bad thing. I did like the design of the bad guy. That did really bump it up for me. Wow, can I have Black Cauldron higher than Peter Pan? That can't... I can't do that, right? In fact, I don't think I can do it more than Lady in the... No, it's going above Lady in the... It's going in a B for Black Cauldron. There we go. I'm not even saying this one. You lot should fucking know where this one's going. Boom. Oliver and Company's at the top of the fucking list, bro. What do you think about that Dodger? You can't see him. Hang on. Give me a second. Dodger. Hey. Bro, let me take my headphones off for you. Ignore the messy makeup desk there. This is Dodger. Named after Dodger. He is my boy. Yes, he sleeps on my bed with me. Fuck off. Voiced by one Billy Joel. Hello. That song, one of my favourite Disney songs. I actually think it is on my main playlist that I listen to on Spoofy every day. But it is a very long playlist, so obviously I don't hear the song every day. It's like a 600-hour playlist or something, but... Okay, let me get my thoughts in order for this one. First of all, like I said, Billy Joel, amazing. The artwork, everyone dogs on, no pun intended. I fucking loved the artwork for Oliver & Company. I thought it matched the vibe so fucking well. The smoke from that fucking cigar that Sykes is always fucking smoking, and he fucking dies by getting hit by a train on screen. I just feel bad for the dogs. His dogs. Yeah. It's like electrocution and shit. It's fucking... Oh, it's so good. And then you've got, like, the dude. I can't remember his fucking name, but the dude who looks after the dogs and everything. You've got all the different characters of dogs. Yes, okay, the Chihuahua's a bit of a racial stereotype. That is the one downside I can give to this film. The little girl, you know, is what it is. Although she does adopt all of them in the end, so that is something. They get to stay their little family, their little ragtag outsiders family. I have a thing for that trope. Maybe that's telling me something. I don't know. But Oliver and Company, top of the fucking list so far, honey. Love that film so much. My favourite, like I say, Dodger. I got him at a very bad time in my life, and he is still there next to me when I sleep. Sometimes cuddling me. What? Oliver and Company. 10 out of 10. 12 out of 10. Fuck it. 100 out of 10. We're going for it. Little Mermaid. Sorry, I was just thinking back on all the other songs in Oliver and Company, and yeah. They got Bette Midler in it as well, dude. Bette fucking Midler. It's got Bette Midler. 5 as a points. Anyone that can tell me what that quote's from as well. Little Mermaid. Okay, you know what? So people don't hate me. I will start off with a bonus side of Little Mermaid. Ursula. Let's be honest. Ursula is the best part of that film. You cannot tell me otherwise. The fucking song, the look, the dance, the fucking... Honey, the eels. The eels. Ursula, one of the best Disney villains, in my humble opinion. Also one I would love to play. That would be fun. That would be entertaining. The overall storyline, very Disney. There's a young princess who wants to explore the world, and the dad's stopping them, and but that leads to Part of Your World, and that is one of the best Disney songs ever. However, this film, in my humble opinion, there's not too much going on. I'm sorry. Rewatch it and tell me that there's a lot going on, because there really is. And let's be honest, right, she goes to a concert. She doesn't go to the concert, that's the whole point. Come on, Exza. She finds some human stuff, takes to a cave of human stuff. Her dad destroys the cave of human stuff. She goes to Ursula. Best bit of the film. Ursula sings a very good song about body language. And then she turns to a human, but she loses her voice, can't talk to the prince. Prince kind of falls in love with her. And then it derails completely from the original story. Ursula makes him fall in love with her by using Ariel's voice. There's a wedding. Oh, the chef. I forgot about the chef that tries to kill Sebastian. That's a good scene. And then the dad comes and saves... She saves Eric, he saves... the dad saves someone. God, I feel like Olaf trying to do the recap of everything. And then, yeah, she is granted the wish to stay human. Ta-da! Then in the sequel, she's a friggin' mermaid again. What the fuck happened there? She's got a mermaid daughter as well. 'Cause reasons, I guess. I just feel like not much. That might have sounded like a lot in my recapping, but I love Little Mermaid. But I feel like not much happens. It's got to be an A tier. It does have to be an A tier. I think it's just above Peter Pan for me. As much as I love that little twink, Rescuers Down Under. Did I watch The Rescuers Down Under? I don't think I did. Or I did, and I do not remember it. I don't remember it. I've seen clips of like the animation and shit, and there are some gorgeous scenes in it. Obviously it's in Australia, and Australia is beautiful. I would love to go. I do have family there and stuff. I'm gonna have to put it in D for D's nuts. No. D for Disney. There we go. I will put it in D. I can't say I've seen enough of it to give it a score. Good art style though. There we go. As an artist, there we go. Beauty and the Beast. Why they gotta change him into a human? I am sorry. Adam is what he's called, right? That was his prince name. You should have left him be, honey. What was that design? What? Hello? That's what you came up with? Why was that prick arrogant in the first fucking place? Like, come on. Lumiere and Cogsworth are totally fucking. Oh no, because he's dating the feather duster thing from the second one. But if we pretend they're in like a polycule kind of thing, it's all good. Polycule. That's not. Cule? That's four. No, it'd be a trio. A poly. Something. Triopoly. Well, I like that. There's going to be a triopoly. With Cogsworth, the long-suffering clock, Lumiere, the gay-ass twink. Best character in Beauty and the Beast, let's be honest, is Lumiere. Be Our Guest is such a good fucking song. I hardly remember any of the other... Well, no, the other songs in the castle. I mean, like there must be something there that wasn't there before. Sure. You got Miss Potts' song? Or was that just the live action? Oh no. Oh, my brain ain't working no more. I never had a brain. If I only had a brain. Right, anyway. Gaston is a fucking dick. But every time I hear Gaston, I think of Markiplier. And I will put that scene here.
No one's built like Gaston, no one tilts like Gaston, like Gaston. No one fucks like Gaston, no one cooks like Gaston. You think you have a wife? No, it's mine, I'm Gaston. I'm especially good at ejaculate.
And take it away again. There you go. It's funny to me. It's funny to me. It's stuck in my head. It's a stim.
I'm especially good at ejaculate.
It's a vocal stim that is stuck in my head at this point, and every so often I will be thinking it at work for some reason and giggling to myself. They ruined Lafouille in the sequels. The sequel? The live action. Don't get me wrong, Josh Gad did a great job. However, you know. Oh boy, this is... Right, we need to hurry it up now, honey. Beauty and the Beast is getting... It's an A tier for me. Sorry.
No one.
I mean, the story with the rose and everything, that's always like, oh. But if dude wasn't a dick in the first place, he would have been fun. He could have stayed the ugly human forever. Aladdin! I love, I don't know why I said Aladdin. I love Aladdin, I do. Oh, Aladdin. I adore Aladdin. I think Aladdin needs to go. Or is it above Jungle Book or below Jungle Book? For me. I think it's above Jungle Book, yeah. Whole New World, great song. World of Whole, not as popular. World of Whole. Oh no. Robin Williams. That's all I'm going to say. Robin friggin' Williams is a legend. He is amazing. Rest in peace, dude. You brought that film to life. If that film didn't have Robin Williams, I'm sure they would have found somebody who was funny and like could do it justice. Da 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 da. But come on, dude. And then they fucked him over anyway. Disney, get your shit together, dude. But no, Aladdin. Right. You got a good protagonist. You've got an amazing princess. One of my favourite princesses. Girl can handle herself. Alright, let's just... badass. Fucking badass. You've got a really good antagonist. Like, he were fucking... on summer. Honey, he tried to get with Jasmine, which was really fucking weird. When he's the old man and he, like, throws Aladdin down into the fucking weirdly animated lion face thing. Raja, oh Raja, they cut him out of the live action, didn't they? They also turned Iago into the big main bad guy, which was a bit weird. Yeah, the live action, yeah, anyway, the spirit of this film is why I love it so much. It's just like the feel of it, the spirit of it, the colours and the genie and the fucking everything. I love Aladdin. Unfortunately, it's not overtaking Oliver and Company. We may get to one that does, but Oliver and Company is an underrated gem. Lion King! I'm gonna get thrown off a cliff for this one. I think it's overrated. Sorry. It is a great film. It is a great film. I don't know how to explain why it's not that high on the tier list for me. It is very hard to explain why. I mean, the colours and the style and everything, and then you get the live action and it's like, oh, we want to make it look like Africa, and you make it look like a barren wasteland, when literally the first one was so colourful and beautiful and just magical looking. You could have easily done that in the live action, which, bear in mind, was all fucking CGI, so how the fuck is it live action? Don't get me started on that. Nope. Lion King. Plus Hakuna Matata is so overplayed, it's so overplayed. But then you also get Just Can't Wait to Be King, great song. You've also got Can You Feel the Crunch Tonight? No, don't. Please. And you've also got my personal favourite, one of the best villains in Disney.
Life's not fair, is it?
Scar. The gay himbo queen. Dudes, yeah, I mean, okay. So, if I had to say who they remind me of, think of Mufasa as Thor, and then think of Scar as Loki. Great, right?
Temper. I wouldn't dream of challenging you.
Oh, I shall practice my curtsy.
Plus the sequels were really good. The thing is, I just can't put it too high. It was never one of my go-tos when I was a kid. I even don't think I watched it till I was in my early teens, which is very strange. But I enjoyed it, don't get me wrong, it's just not an S tier for me. I'm sorry, it just... I'm sorry, I was just playing Be Prepared in my head then. Pocahontas! Again, not one I watched as a kid. Were my parents a little racist? I don't know. No, oh my god, no. You can't make jokes like that, as I need to stop making jokes like that. Yeah, Pocahontas. Never watched it as a kid. I've watched it a couple times as an adult. I did enjoy it, but I feel like it's not got the nostalgia factor there for me just because I didn't watch it as a kid. I think... Bambi, man is dangerous. Pocahontas, white man is dangerous.
Man is dangerous. Pocahontas, white man is dangerous.
That fits too well. This is a Sanderside's cosplay stream. Am I streaming? Fucking hope not. Jesus. Hunchback of Notre Dame. Damn. Hunchback of Notre Dame. I don't know what to really say about this one. I mean, this era had such good villains. Let's be honest. Very good villains. Loved... Well, I didn't. I loved to hate... Frollo? We got there eventually. That actually just fucking happened. They bought the energy this video. And my nana always made me giggle because she always quotes the Hunchback to me when I was a kid, and it made me giggle. So I guess Hunchback... no. Oh, I think I've watched Bambi more than Hunchback, so it's gonna go there. Sorry. Oh, Hercules. Or should I say Heracles? Hercules. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Did not watch it as a kid. Watched it as an adult and fell in love. I love this film so fucking much. Megara, honey, sassy. She is a queen. I appreciate it. One of the best princesses. She ain't a princess, let's be honest. Hercules is more of a princess than she is. Hades. Can we appreciate Hades for a moment, please? I'm going to appreciate Hades. Hercules has actually, even though I didn't watch it as a kid, it doesn't have the nostalgia factor. It's actually going in my top. And I think it's going to have to go above Fox and the Hound because I've not watched that in years. Sorry. Also, Danny DeVito. Need I say more? You got Danny DeVito, Meg, Hades. Also a great villain in Kingdom Hearts. They're just so... The pandering was very of its time. That is a downside, but it is rewatchable as fuck. I think it's hilarious. Also, Hades is definitely gay, let's be honest. Mulan, again, don't think I watched it as a kid, and I don't know why. Such a good film. Let's get down to business. I was going to sing that at the start of the stream. We're not streaming as a... You're recording. Get your shit together. Mulan is great. Love it. As a non-binary king, let me just say, this resonates with me. Especially the song Reflections, which I, once again, later found out that is apparently one that has spoken to a lot of people under the trans umbrella. Who knew? Yeah, I love it, but she might have done actual permanent damage by binding herself that way, so please be careful, queens. And kings. And everything in betweens. Tarzan! Everyone's gonna hate me for this. Tarzan is sitting right there and he's staying there. Sorry, I'm sorry. The song, Phil Collins did a good job. I never really got into Tarzan. I think I watched it quite a bit when I was a kid. I think the animals were fun. I think Jane was fun. The villain, Death, great. The actual villain themselves, Tarzan, I don't like him. Sorry. Mr. Monkey Man. It never resonated with me. I don't know why. I loved climbing trees when I was a kid. But yeah, I don't know. There's not much else I can say about Tarzan, considering I don't fully even really remember a lot of it. I don't know if I watched it as a kid. People are going to hate me for that, but I'm sorry. Tarzan is going at the end of the C tier. I've not had an F yet though, so that's good. Fantasia 2000. I think I watched this once. I remember it not being as good as the first Fantasia, and you know what, because I don't fully remember it, I'm going to put it in the D tier. Because, yeah. Dinosaur, oh my god, dudes. Have you rewatched this film recently? The animation? Have fun, that's all I'll say. The lemurs were so cute though. Loved them. Love the lemurs. Lemurs are one of my favourite animals. Really got a type of animal that I love, don't I? Foxes, lemurs, red pandas, pine martens. Look that one up. Yeah, all of my favourite animals seem to follow a theme. It's weird. It's weird. Rewatching it as an adult, I was like, oh, this is what Dinosaur was? We had this on video. We watched this fairly often. I feel like nobody remembers it. I remember there was a lot of advertising about it though, even though it didn't end up... I don't think it did that good at the box office. But I remember there being a lot of advertising. I think it's going to sit right there, and yes, Dinosaur is like a tier and a half above Tarzan. And Snow White. Oh god. Oh, people are going to fucking hate me. Emperor's New Groove. Oh. I love Emperor's New Groove. You threw off my groove.
You threw off my groove.
You know what, if it wasn't for Patrick Warburton in this film, I don't think it would have been anywhere near as good as it was. All the voice acting in this film was top notch. A-star. Oh, they don't do that anymore, do they? Well, yeah. Fuck it, I'm saying A-star. I'm an old fucker. Fuck you. Honestly, the only thing that was like a bit was the whole llama storyline. Which, no, great, funny, hilarious, but it seemed to flow weirdly for me, and I don't know. But honestly, the sassiness of Cusco, Yzma and Kronk, dynamic duo. The guy, I can't remember what his fucking name is now, even though I rewatched it recently. Oh, I don't know. The old people, they even made a TV show about it, and that was quite entertaining. I think it was The Emperor's New School, and that was quite entertaining. But I don't know why Kronk was at the school. How odd. The sequel, very good. Kronk's New Groove. Check it out. But no, honestly, Emperor's New Groove, great film. I think it's actually going to go... No, I got... No, put below Jungle Book. The fourth wall breaking was really fun. You know, where he pipes up and starts commentating. Atlantis! Oh! Don't remember watching this as a kid, but again, it's another one that I've watched as an adult, and I really loved it. I feel like it could have been more. I feel like they were scared to go too far with it. It feels like they were holding back, and they shouldn't have done, because that was such a good concept. And Disney, petition here, right? If you're going to make any Disney films live action, Treasure Planet and Atlantis, okay? Don't continue with the shit you're doing, because no. But Atlantis would be so fucking good live action. So good. Treasure Planet, that would work so well live action. Plus it's based off of Treasure Island, which already has a bajillion live action adaptations, so we're not on that. We're on Atlantis. Milo is hilarious. Kiora. Oh my god, why can't I remember her name? She's one of my favourite princesses, and I can't remember her fucking name. Underutilised, in my opinion. All the different characters of his friends that go on the journey with him is really fun to see. Like, you don't normally have that big of a gang in Disney films anymore at all, really. But seeing all the different personalities and stuff was actually really fun. I think Atlantis is underrated, and I think it's sitting right there, because I actually really enjoyed Atlantis. Lilo and Stitch. That was the worst Stitch I've ever done. It is broken, but still good. Stitch, Lilo and Stitch is so fucking good. I loved the TV show when I was younger. They did a TV show on Disney and I loved it. I loved the film. I loved the second film, Glitch. That was the name. It was just called Glitch. That was really good. Stitch is so cute. Even when he's like the freaky multiple arm fucking Stitch, it's so cute. Just, oh. And the whole lesson being about family and everything was really good. I don't think there's many downsides. I don't think there is. It's such a good film. And, I'm sorry, can we just talk about in the TV show how one of them, bear in mind all of these stitches, all these experiments are supposed to be like lethal killing machines, and one of them literally, the most powerful one, just stands there making sandwiches. Just saying. Love it. And Pleakley is such a twink. And the other one that I can't remember the fucking name of. Those two, love them. Love them. I ship it. Treasure Planet. Now, I didn't actually watch this till a few years ago. What? I think I watched it as a kid, but I didn't remember any of it. Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room. The 3D animation was not peak Disney. I mean, it was peak in terms of how in England we said peak in the 2012s, and it meant bad. Now it means good. Love Gen Z. The song, right, the main thing that bumps it up there for me is the song. The song? I can't say song normally now. Song. There we go. Song. If you know, you know. You know which song I mean. Also, Also, the captain of the ship was really good. I didn't fully love his guardian, the guy that his mum sends with him, that guy. Didn't fully love him. Liked our protagonist because he's the teenager rebel, I'm gonna fly my weird fly surfboard thing and get done by the police. That's yeah, Yeah, Treasure Planet's sitting there for me. I'm running out of words. Brother Bear. I did watch this as a kid. Never fell in love with it as a kid. Rewatched it as an adult, cried, and it is a lot better than I remember it being. However, it's not going too high. Sorry. I think it is underappreciated and very much overlooked. It is a good film, but it's not up there for me personally. Home on the Range. I have not seen. Sorry. Chicken Little. People who know me know I don't like Chicken Little. I am sorry. Chimkin Little. What can you say about Chimkin Little? Never said it like that before. I either say chicken or I say chimkin. Chicken Little, right. Can we talk about the elephant in the room? Yes, I know there is no elephant in that film. The art style. Guys, what were we doing? What was that film? The storyline is good. The comedy is very funny. It's got a good twist, but I can't get over the art style. I grabbed the wrong film. I don't even know where I got that from. I'm sorry, but Chicken Little is like... Can I put it in F? You know what, fuck, I am being true to my own feelings. This film was so ugly. It's going in F. I'm sorry. The storyline and everything was good, the comedy was good, but I can't. Meet the fucking Robinsons. Girl. Meet the Robinsons is so good. It's going there. I remember my friend, when it first came out, got it. She got a very legal copy of it. A very, very legal. It was in no way illegal at all. And we watched it, and she fell asleep, and I watched the whole thing on my own. Well, not the whole thing. From, like, the start of when they go into the future. I watched it, and I was like, huh. And I didn't know what to think at first. And then I watched it again, and I was like, oh, okay. I like it. And you know what? The more I've rewatched it over the years, the more it's grown on me. It's like the opposite of most things where I'm like, I don't know how to feel about this, and then I redo it and I'm like, oh, no. This was the opposite, and it was a pleasant surprise. I love the characters. The family was insane. The T-Rex, one of my vocal sims to this day is I've got a big head and little arms. I'm just not sure this plan was thought through properly. Love it. And Goob.
Wanna come over to my house today?
They all hated me.
I resonate with Goob so much. I think he was hilarious. The design of bowler hat guy, I was like that turned into that. Are we sure here? I wish they would have showed good Goob in the future being friends with, I can't even remember his fucking name. Cornelius? That was his proper name once he got adopted, right? Oh my god. I literally watched it like a month ago. My brain, no worky. But yeah, Meet the Robinsons, great film. Bolt. Bolt. I love Bolt. John Travolta. Miley Cyrus. I'm sorry, but Bolt is going near the top. The cat. The sassy cat. Honey. She's my favourite. Mittens, she's called. You've also got Rhino, the little hamster with the little lightning bolts on him. And he is fucking insane, and I'm sorry, can anybody else imagine him being voiced by Jack Black? Because I fucking can. Mittens was the best part of that movie. She was only scary to people because she couldn't catch her own food because her previous family declawed her and left her when they moved house. Why the fuck do people do this to their animals? I hate humans. Bolt is a great film. So good. Worth a rewatch if you haven't watched it in a while. Amazing. And Miley Cyrus and John Travolta do a song, which is really good too. So enjoy a rewatch if you're going to. Bolt is in S tier. I put it in S tier. Fucking hell. It's also near the top of the S tier. Princess and the Frog. Now, it's going top of A. Princess and the Frog is such a great film. Dr. Facilier is one of my favourite villains. I may do a cosplay of him at some point. Ooh, that would be fun. Ooh. I may have my Halloween costume this year figured out. I think my hang up with it is like a lot of people's hang up with it was that they spent too long as frogs. And I know that was the whole point. But we don't get much of the first person of colour Disney princess being a human. And I know that is a big controversy about that film that a lot of people have spoken about over the years. Obviously, I myself am not a person of colour, so I feel like I can't really comment on it, but that is kind of a bit of a slap in the face, you know? I assume, well, I'm not assuming based on what my friends have told me and stuff. Yeah, great film, underutilised a lot of stuff. Those beignets look fucking delicious though, let's be honest. And the gumbo at the start when they're in their little house and they got the cooking pot and they're making the gumbo, and then her dad fucking dies because it's a Disney film. Yeah. Plus, I'm sorry, Tiana's one of my favourite princesses, and you want to know why? You want to fucking know why? She works for what she gets, honey. She worked so much to try to get that restaurant. She did it herself. She didn't need no fucking print. I mean, yes, she got with the prince. The prince came and she got with the prince. Yeah, that's not what I'm saying. She didn't need the prince. She was getting there. She was making that dollar. Can relate. Tangled. Oh my god, I love Tangled. I love Tangled so much. I love Tangled so much. Maximilian is the only character in Disney that gets my dad pissing himself whenever he watches that film. He will sit there, I will put that film on, and he'll go, "Ugh, you're really putting Disney on again?" As soon as Max comes on screen, that's it. Whole film laughing at Max the horse. We love to see it. At Last I See the Light as well, that fucking song, so good. And I Have a Dream. Very funny. Kind of reminds me of Shrek 2. Was it Shrek 2 or Shrek the Third? It was Shrek the Third. With the villains and they're all playing music and so, yeah. You know what I mean. Mother Gothel could have been better, but also a very good villain, let's be honest. Apart from the fact that they kind of... in production, they made her look more Jewish. Look into that if you want to know more about it. Controversy. Disney. Oh no. What happened? You can go back up there, thank you. Tangled is going above Jungle Book. Sorry. Tangled was so good. It was very, very good. And I think it was the first one to have this art style? Or did Frozen come out before Tangled? I think Tangled came out first. It was the first one to have the new Disney art style. I am not overly fussed about the new Disney art style. However, I will be talking about how fucking beautiful the newer films are soon. Don't worry. But yeah, Tangled. Flynn Rider. If there is a prince for me, honey. The Smolder. Love to see it. Anyway, Winnie the Pooh, Winnie the Pooh. Was this the newer one? This must be the newer one. Was this the one where what's her name from New Girl did the music? Zooey Deschanel. She was in New Girl. She was in... Oh, do you hear that? That's my wrist. That can't be good. No, my elbow does that anyway. No, the shoulder's not doing it today. I am. She was in Bridge to Terabithia, if anybody remembers her being in that other than me. She was in Yes Man, across from Jim Carrey. I know the weirdest films that people have been in, that people probably don't immediately think of when they think of these actors. She was also in an episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine as her character from New Girl. That was kind of cool. Anyway, Winnie the Pooh. I have not seen this one, I don't think I've seen this one. Wreck-It Ralph. Is it bad that I've never watched the first one all the way through? But I have seen almost all of it. And I did enjoy it. As somebody who loves video games, I did games dev in college. I love video games. I have well over 1,000 on my Steam. I did enjoy that. I enjoyed the different types of games that were portrayed, and I also enjoyed the fact that Jane Lynch was in it. Fun fact. However, I feel like I can't mark it too high because I think it wasn't as good as it could have been. I'm sorry, I don't think it was. Wow, Black Cauldron's still top of B-list. Frozen. Elsa was originally supposed to be the villain. Did anybody know that? Yeah, everybody knew that as a shut the fuck up. Elsa's a baddie. Let's be honest. Elsa is a baddie, even though she wasn't the villain. Anna. People are gonna fucking hate me for saying this. I think Anna is annoying. Sorry. I love Kristoff and Sven. Olaf is a little ball of sunshine, and even though he gets a bit irritating sometimes, he is hilarious. One of my vocal stims is, oh look, I've been impaled. Love it. Frozen is a great film. Let It Go, even though it's been overplayed to death and everybody hates it, is a good song. The rest of the songs... eh. Yeah. The Nordic inspired one was actually quite interesting, but that might be me being a Viking reenactor that enjoys that more than most probably do. Han straight up trying to fucking stab Elsa, or like, well, not stab her, like slash her, I guess. See, he didn't really know what he was doing with that, because most of the time if you slice into somebody there, you're not going to do as much damage as you think you're going to do. Just saying, you would have been better off like, and then pulling it out so all the blood came out. Give them ideas. Yeah, Frozen. It has good rewatch factor, and I think that's why I'm going to put it quite high. The songs do also get stuck in my head, which is very annoying. Yeah. Big Hero 6. Everyone's gonna fucking hate me. I've still not seen it. And I love Baymax. I love his design. I've seen clips of him. Yes, I've seen clips of the thing. The reason I've still not watched it, I got spoiled for it. And the issue is, right, if somebody spoils something for me, I remember it for the rest of my fucking life. I will go to watch that thing and I will be like, oh yeah, but remember when this person told you that this happens? That happened with Big Hero 6. And then they go, oh, but it happens within like the first 10 minutes of the film. And I'm like, that doesn't matter, it still fucking happened. Don't tell me shit that happens when I told you I haven't seen it yet. At the same time, I must also contradict myself there, because somebody spoiled Moana for me, and I still watched it, and it ended up being one of my favourite Disney films. But that's besides the point. Zootopia. And I am sorry, but why the fuck in England did you change it to be Zootropolis? Leave it as Zootopia. We know what a utopia is. And I'm sorry, what is Zootropolis? What is that supposed to be? Like, Metropolis? But with a zoo at the start? That makes no fucking sense. Leave it as Zootopia. Change it back, Disney. Don't treat British people like they're stupid. Anyway, right. I know we are stupid, but that's besides the point. Zootopia. I loved Sassy Fox. Nick Wilde. One of the best characters, voiced by what's his fucking name? I almost said Jason Bates then. That's the guy from Bates Motel, isn't it? The fucking guy that was like in love with his mother or whatever it fucking was, I don't know. No, Jason Bateman? Is that his name? He was in Juno. I told you, I know the weirdest things. And Hancock, they were in that too. It's a great film. I love Zootopia. I do agree with some people that its messaging was a bit confusing. We don't really know what the moral was. Racism's bad. That's what the moral was. Don't be racist. It's a good moral. Disney should listen to itself sometimes. Clawhauser is adorable. Judy. Judy really irritated me. She was just so cocky. And just, I don't know. The thing is, right, there's a good type of cocky and there's a bad type of cocky. You know what I mean? I don't know why I said it like that. See, Nick, good type of cocky. Judy, bad type of cocky. It's not... It depends if it's like a defense mechanism or if it's just a ego thing. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but Zootopia, great film, great fucking film, loved it. Do I need to say much about Moana? Do I Is it above Oliver and Company? Yeah, fucking is. Moana, right? Everyone's like, Tangled's better because they all came out around the same time, like Frozen, Tangled, and Moana were sort of like around that era. Why you gotta compare, bro? Besides, Moana's better. No, right. I know Beardy. I will speak from Beardy's point of view when he says, I don't think Moana's as good because the coconuts had no place. The Cockamora, they clearly had a place. Everything's coming for the stone. Everything wants the One Ring. And they're... Oh wow, it kind of is like Lord of the Rings, isn't it? Well, maybe that's why I like it so much. Either way, the music, her voice, honey. And I'm sorry, but one of the main things that I love so much about Moana, I'm stimming great now. One of the main things I love about Moana so fucking much is that they had to make a completely separate computer engine to animate her hair. It's so good. It's so good. So good. I am such a tech nerd when it comes to art and shit. Jesus. Look at the animation in that film and tell me it isn't fucking beautiful. And the fact that I am terrified of water and still love that film is saying something. Okay, I would actually love to do a cosplay of Moana, but I am very worried that that would be seen as insensitive, and I really don't want to do that. But she is my favourite Disney princess. I love her so much. Anyway, yes. And Maui. Can we talk about the sassiness of Maui, please, for a minute? Okay? I'm going on a rant now. Moana's a great film. You got Hey Hey. You got Hey Hey. You got Pua, which had more of a role in the second one as well. You've got Tafiti. You've got Tafiti, which ended up well, spoilers, which ended up being, obviously, Tafiti was... Oh my god, I've forgotten the name of the fucking lava monster. No, Tafiti was the lava monster. No, it wasn't. Oh my god. I've been thinking about all these Disney films for too long. They're breaking my brain. The Heart of Tafiti. Yeah, yeah, and then you've got the lava monster, which is obviously called... Oh wow. Oh wow. Wow. Moana, great film. 1,000 out of 10. I could rewatch it all fucking day. The songs. Did you like the song? Crab reminds me of David Bowie for some fucking reason. I love it. I love that film so fucking much. As soon as I watched it, jumped to the top of my Disney films list, and it has pretty much stayed there ever since. We shall see. We shall see. Right. Wreck-It Ralph, Ralph Breaks the Internet. I have seen this one all the way through. There was a lot of pandering again. There was a lot of like... It reminded... I tell you what it is. In very bad ways, it reminded me of the Emoji Movie. If you know, you know. I did love the I'm dying. I did love the princesses in it. That was fun. And Merida actually says something coherent in it. If you didn't know, look it up. She does actually. It's just in Gaelic, which, yeah. Great film. She Wait, no, we're not talking about Brave. Hang on, let's go back a bit. I will stick it with the original. You know what? I will put it above the original just because I've seen the second one all the way through. I haven't seen the first one all the way through. Good film. Frozen 2. Oh my god, when I tell you that I friggin' loved this film, I am not fucking joking, honey. A fucking outcast that has never known where she even, well, she's not really an outcast, but you know what I mean. Somebody who's isolated herself, has never really known where she's belonged, and then she finally figures out why she's so different and why she belongs where she belongs. They're moving away, and guys, I told you I have a thing for that storyline. But the music, Show Yourself is one of, oh my god, I love it. It is on my playlist, my big boy playlist. It's for big boys, me big boy. Frozen 2. You know what, I didn't actually watch it until last year. You're gonna judge me now? Yeah, you are. I don't know if it's above Moana or not. I don't know if it is. I didn't watch it till last year, but I have had the Panic at the Disco version of Into the Unknown on my playlist since it first came out. Because of course. And that was the first one I did not listen to the Idina Menzel version until I watched the film last year. She's really good. Also, I need to give a shout out right now in this film for the cutest little fucker I have ever seen, and that is the little fire lizard. The little fire lizard. Can we talk about the little fire lizard? Because oh my god, I want one. So cute. It's so cute. I'm getting angry. It's adorable. I love it so much, and I really, really want one. I want one. Anyway, yes. Rock monsters could have been utilised a bit more. The water horse, great film by the way. The water spirit horse thingy was really fucking cool. Loved that. Made me scared of the ocean more than I already am. Because I remember when they did the first trailers, which were I think the only ones I watched, was when Elsa was trying to like run into the water using the ice powers and shit. Obviously they didn't show the horse there, but that was like fucking hell. Like the animation and everything on that, honey. That was the other thing I was going to say. The animation on this is so good. So good. So fucking good. Animation. Just the water effects and the fucking the hair and the just what else can I fucking say about it? I don't know how to describe it in a way that doesn't make me sound fucking insane for animation, but so good. Watch it. Watch it on an animation base and then tell me it's not such a good Disney film, okay? But yeah, I don't... Is it above Moana? No. Is it? I don't know. Also, they added in a lot of a thing of dealing with grief, which was actually done really fucking well. And yeah, I didn't... Ella friggin' dies. Ella friggin' dies. Seen as we are in standard size cosplay, I will say Virgil fucking called it. Okay, let's move on. Rava. I haven't seen Rava. From what I have seen, the animation style is gorgeous. Love it. Not seen it, so I can't comment on it. I managed to avoid spoilers as well, so I don't even know anything about it. Strange World. I need to watch this one, but I haven't, so it's going in there. I need to catch up on my Disney films, to be fair, but I also need to catch up on my Marvel films, because bitch is still on the first series of Loki, so, you know. Wish. I've not seen. Encanto. I am very sorry to say this, but I've not seen. There's a story behind that, and I'm not getting into it. Moana 2. Guys. Moana 2. She freaking dies, bro. She freaking dies. She fucking dies. And then she becomes a god. She gets a fucking tattoo. She gets one of Maui's tattoos, but obviously not Maui's, her own. And she gets like this cool ore. She gets this ore. That's it. That's the film. No. Moana 2, right, so they're looking for other islanders, and they can't fucking find nobody, right? So they go to try and find, something, and no, what was it? Oh my god, I literally watched it at Christmas. I made my family watch it with me. Yeah, they're trying to find something. I think they're trying to find Maui, actually. They're trying to find Maui. Maui is wrapped up by this Batwoman, who has an amazing voice, and then it turns out that she's like kept him locked up because she wants him and Moana to be back together again so they can go and defeat this big guy that's in charge of the weather and shit and is keeping all the islanders from meeting each other. And then Moana dies. Also, the clever girl that makes the boats and shit is really fun to me. I love her as a character. Any character that could be gender non-conforming rambles quite a bit and nobody really understands. That's my jam, bro. Yeah, Moana 2 is a great film. You need to watch it. They've also hinted at a Moana 3, which is great. Yeah, I don't know if there's much bad to say about Moana 2, to be honest. And the animation, again, is gorgeous. Gorgeous. It's fucking gorgeous. Yeah, it's... well done, Disney, for Moana 2. Why you're making a live action after just making Moana 2, I don't know. I think you started production at the same time as well, which is very strange. I don't know. I'll still watch it anyway because it's Moana, you know. Just do a better job of it than the others, please. Okay. Zootopia 2 I've not seen, but I do like Zootopia 1, and the trailers look good for 2. I just hope that... I'm worried about the snake getting too involved in those two's dynamic, because it's kind of like, okay, it's the two cops, you know, you've got the happy upbeat Judy, and then you've got the fucking sultry... If I mentioned I have a crush on him. He is my hear me out cake. No. Toy Story. We're moving swiftly along from that one. Toy Story is so good, but I hate to say the first one. The first one isn't as good. I'm sorry. I watched it that much as a kid that it kind of bores me, but I didn't watch it as much as I watched the second one, which for some reason is after A Bug's Life. I think they did it in order. The second one was rewatched so many fucking times. My favourite character is Jessie. She's a badass, and she has anxiety, and she has panic attacks, and that resonated with a young little Exza, so fuck you. Toy Story 2. Oh. I don't know where to put him. I think I'm put him there. I'm gonna put him there. Toy Story 2 was so good. You had Owls something. Owls Toy. You have the scene where the guy sorts Woody out and fixes his arm and paints his boot and shit, and my god, that scene is so satisfying. Love it. Plus, like I say, you get introduced to Jessie, and oh my god, I love the fucking horse and I can't remember his name. I need to rewatch Toy Story 2. I think I'm going to do that tonight. And then you get introduced to, like, all the other characters. You finally meet Surge, and then it turns out to be fucking Buzz's father, which is weird. And then Rex is like, I finally killed Surge. And then the scene where they're like crossing the road in the road cones. That's what you call them. Traffic cone, that's the fucker. And as we all know, I'm British and I definitely stolen a traffic cone on a night out before, because who hasn't? Bug's Life! I actually really enjoyed Buzz. I know it's not as loved as other ones, but I actually really enjoyed it. I don't think it's quite an S tier for me. But I love all the different characters. Who was my favourite? Oh, I'm trying to think. You know, all the circus peoples. I'm trying to think of who my favourite was. I don't know. I love the little twinsies that are like, they're funny. The Spider Woman was kind of cool. I'm a beautiful butterfly. I need to rewatch. I need a Disney. Wow, I did actually recently do like went onto my Disney Plus and was just going through all the films and thinking from like A to Z, and like picking through the ones I wanted to watch, and I just completely like I stopped. So maybe that's why. But I need to rewatch quite a few of these. Monsters Inc. Oh, when I was a kid, we watched this so fucking often. I think everybody got sick of it. I loved Monsters Inc. And I still do. How do I explain? I have so many vocal sims from this film as well. Kitty! Mike Wazowski! And then, of course, Mike Wazowski. Always I love it. Anyway, Monsters Inc. Great film. I think for me it was. Also, this was the time when Pixar were putting bloopers in their fucking credits, and I fucking love it so much. So good. Love it. Right, Finding Nemo. I was enamoured with this film when I was younger. Again, why is it always the water ones when I'm scared of water? That makes no sense. But Finding Nemo was my... Oh, it was one of my go-tos. Does it go above Tangled? I think it might do, you know. I think it actually might. I might don't know why I said it like that. Yeah, Finding Nemo, so fucking good. Nemo's adorable. Marlin's a bit of a... Hello? Hello? Oh, you can be ignored for now. Sorry, Beardy, I will get back to you. Yeah. Squirt. The little... Squirt. No. Oh my god, stop it. The little turtle. Ow. All the fish in the fucking tank, especially Bubbles. I don't know why, but Bubbles is like, every time I see Bubbles I go like, Bubbles. Scar was really cool. I don't think his name was Scar, his name was Gil. But come on, he had the scar, you know. The fucking seagull, he's really cool. I think every character in that is like really cool. Even than no, not the why are you sleeping? She's another vocal stim, and she is stuck in my head all the fucking time, honey. The only bad side to Finding Nemo now is being reminded of Ellen DeGeneres. Sorry. But yeah, honestly, like I love Finding Nemo. So good. Right. The Incredibles. Oh my god. I loved The Incredibles as a kid. I love it now. I love the noir style of it. That's like the art nouveau. No, art deco. No. Oh my god, I should know this. I'm an artist and I've done art history, and it's one of them. One of those two. I believe it is art deco. As I just do a voiceover of one or the other. No. Honestly, I related too much to Violet as a child. Because get this right, my legs have gone down. Get this. Every time we watched that when I was a kid, especially when I was a teenager, my god, my dad would turn around and go, "Hey, look, it's you!" when Violet would come onto the screen. I mean, now I've embraced my curly hair more. I used to straighten my hair and stuff. Not all the time, but you know. Well, kind of. But I would obviously have the fringe, which I still kind of have, but I tend to sweep it back a little bit more now. I was always quiet, and I always said if I had a superpower it would be being invisible, because then you don't get as much anxiety. Such a cool person I am. I'm sorry, but Violet's awesome. Like, she can do force fields, right? But imagine if she put a force field inside somebody, she could fucking kill a motherfucker. Also, she could turn invisible. Again, like I just said, great superpower. But if I had a superpower now, it would be time travel. Oh no, that would not be a... Yeah, no, I'd fuck things up. For myself, mostly, I'd be like, oh, I didn't like that conversation, let me just go back and fix it. I'd just fuck it up even more. But no, Violet's my favourite character, if you couldn't tell. But no, the comedy in it, really good. The animation for the time, I believe it was the most... I think it was for Violet's hair, actually. It was the most, like, animation used on hair or something at the time. Look into the behind the scenes, it's very fascinating for it. And even though you see the animation of it now, and you look back and you're like, really? But it shows you, like, how they animated the head and how, like, the hair moves of the head and everything. I think it was, like, a separate entity to the actual body, which in terms of, like... Oh, wow, I'm nerding out again. In terms of, like, animation at the time was, like, really fucking difficult. I am an animation fucking nerd, guys. I am telling you. Oh my god. I didn't even realise until I recorded this video that I'm that much of a nerd about animation. It makes sense though. I refuse to watch certain animes based on their animation style, so you know, that... Oh my god. But yeah, Incredibles. Great fucking film. Loved it. Cars! I have to... Okay, Cars is entertaining. Whoever says it's the best Pixar film, your mum's a hoe. No, whoever says it's the best Pixar film, I don't trust in the slightest. So much better Pixar films out there, but you know, Cars is going... I can watch it easier than I can watch other ones, that is for sure. It's going next to Dinosaur? It's above Dinosaur at least, you know. I don't know, I just... Ka-chow! That is a vocal stim, but you know, good film. I keep saying that for a bunch of them, but I just don't know how to describe my feelings on it. So, Ratatouille! Ratatouille, 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 Ratatouille. This... People are going to judge me for putting it so high. I get it. But this is actually one of my go-to comfort films. I don't know what it is. Like, I'm not a big fan of food, but I don't like cooking myself. But how do you describe it? The warmth in this film and the whole, like, comfort of the actual cooking process and shit like that, I don't know, it just... And obviously the bit where Ego eats the ratatouille and he, like, gets transported to his childhood, and it just... I don't know how to describe why I love this film so much. I don't know, because it is just very... I don't know. To a lot of people, they see it as middle of the road, if not one of the worst Pixar films, but I love it so much, and it's a comfort film for me, along with My Neighbor Totoro and The World's End. I have some weird comfort films, but yeah, Ratatouille, yeah, it's a comfort film. I don't know why. I think it's just the vibes, and it is a very pretty film, and the lighting in it is all warm, and I know that sounds weird, but it makes me feel all ooey gooey. So yeah, suck on that, you fucker. Can't be vulnerable for a second. Hey. Wall-E. I love Wall-E. Wall-E. Wall-E is going... Wall-E's going above Aladdin, guys. Wall-E is adorable. Eve is badass. And the designs and everything, like, you've got the old robot that has been on the planet just cleaning up muck for ages, and he's like this adorable little breaking down fucking little rusty thing. And then you got Eve that's like this slick fucking gun? Yes, gun. My brain thought I said knife then, but I did say gun. Gun arm fucking directive. Bitch. Directive bitch. I love her. And the bit, I'm sorry, but the bit with got the fucking, what's it called? Smoke. The smoke thing. Oh my god, extinguisher. There we go. The fire extinguisher, and they're floating around, and she's like zooming after him. They're robots in love, and they're just so cute. I love it. Anyway, yes, next. Up. Now, y'all know I said earlier that I love a film that makes me cry. Up. Was it above Wall-E? Oh my god. I can't believe how much I love Pixar. Up is so fucking good. I'm just gonna leave it there. I think. I don't know where he goes. Carl, where do you go? I don't know. But yeah, okay. Let me tell you all about Up, shall I? Kevin. Need I say more? I will. I was hiding under your porch because I love you. Hi, Mr. Fredrickson. And obviously, rest in peace, Ellie. The first 10 minutes of that film is my sleep paralysis demon. Honestly, the fucking, oh my god, that film, it makes me cry so much. And then it makes me cry later on. I know everybody always cries at the first 10 minutes, yes. If you don't, are you even human, bro? But the bit where he's like sitting there and he realises he has to let her go. I'm gonna make myself cry right now. I can't. That film holds a special place in my heart, even if recent life events, and by that I mean a couple of years ago, have threatened to ruin that. But I'm not getting into that right now. We don't talk about trauma, we keep it inside. Toy Story 3. Everyone's gonna hate me, but I think it's overhyped as fuck. I'm sorry, I know everybody loves the scene where they're in the furnace. Everybody loves that scene. I love that scene. I didn't cry, which is very strange because I cried everything. Everything. Not everything. But no, I think the bad guy was really good. The whole Spanish Buzz thing was a bit weird. Also, the fact that they were making Buzz stupider and stupider every film. What was that about? I don't know why they started doing that, and I think that really put me off about that film. We got Ken and Barbie together. That's fun. I don't know. I don't know if it's because I never want to get rid of any of my toys, so that might be like a whole thing of, oh, Andy's donating them to the fucking nursery or whatever, and it's like, yeah, but why? Just take them with you. Oh no, put them in the attic. Which then they go to do in the next film anyway, so no, they don't. That's this one. Hang on. No. That's the start of the next one. Sorry. No. Give me a moment now. I'm getting all confused. I have only seen this one twice, I think. It just isn't yeah, that's my argument. Stone tight, airtight. Stone cold. Steve Austin. Steve Irwin, we love him. Guys, recommend in the comments the best ADHD medications, please. No, anyway, yes. Didn't resonate with me as much as the second one or the fourth one, but then I got really annoyed at the fourth one. I'll explain that when we get to it, if it's here. Are you kidding me? It's not even here. Oh, it's there. Cars 2. Electric vehicles. I've not actually fully seen it, so I can't really say much. I've watched like half of it when it was on TV, and Brave. If you had a chance to change your sheets, would you? Oh, 20 as a point to anybody that could tell me that fucking reference. Jesus. Okay, I've not seen this one as much as others, so it is going with Princess and the Frog in A tier. Because, okay, I've seen it twice. I liked it. My favourite thing about Merida is her shooting for her own hand in marriage. Fucking love that queen. You be an asexual queen, honey. We love it. You don't need no man. You don't need no person. You're fine on your own. Independent queen. God, I may have some issues I'm working through. The mum turning into a bear. There was some great comedic moments in that. And I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, don't correct me if I'm wrong, citation needed. I may have read something wrong somewhere. Pretty sure it actually goes off of a Scottish folklore thingy-mabobby, but I will need to look more into that. I heard that a while ago. I may be misquoting. But yeah, good film. Not one of my favourites. Need to watch it again. Need to watch it again. I think that's my main thing. If I watch it again, it might jump up to S tier. But Monsters University was not needed, but it was good. Yeah, this was like fan service, so I don't think I can put it in A. Sometimes some fan service is good, but this was like pure blown like, we're making Incredibles 2, let's make a Monsters University to, you know, tide people over, let's make it like, we're going on that nostalgia trip, so let's fucking make sure people are on board kind of thing. I enjoyed it more than Toy Story 3, I can tell you that fucking much. You know what, it is going in S tier. I actually really enjoyed it. And the scene in the camp, the animation's gorgeous. The scene in the camp where they're all like sad and talking to each other and they're down by the water and stuff, and then they scare all the adults, that was really fun. I don't know why I said it like, they scare all the adults. They get the adult screams. I really enjoyed that. You know what? I also think it's quite rewatchable as well, and that's like a big thing with all of this. Like, I couldn't watch Snow White twice in a row, but I could definitely watch like Oliver and Company twice. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah. Inside Out. Oh my god, I love Inside Out. I love it. Sadness is such a mood. Also, to be fair, most of them are a mood, except Joy. I don't get her whole shtick. She's, you know, I do kind of, I guess, ish. Nobody can be that happy all the time though, honey, let's be honest. Me exposing my fucking depression to the world right now. But no, honestly, like, yeah. Inside Out grew on me, to be fair. I think the first time I watched it, I was a bit like, you know, it is what it is. But I think I only watched, like, a few scenes of it, to be fair. And then it was a few years later where I actually sat down myself and watched the whole thing. And I really enjoyed it. And I think... I think it's going to go there. Yeah, I think it's going to go there. Very good film. Love the concept. Love the ideas. I had a dream last week. Oh my god, I did. I had a dream last week where I met a new person and there was like, so what are the main aspects of your personality? And it was like, they were telling me about their islands. Oh my god, I forgot about that. Why was that a dream? Why was that a dream? Oh my god. I'm gonna have to analyse that. Don't you hate it when people tell you about their dreams? Finding Dory. I have seen twice. Still don't understand why they had to do it. It was a decent film. Not the best. I think it's gonna go the top of B. for cranberries. Let's see. The Good Dinosaur. If anybody works at Disney, if anybody works at Disney, if anybody works at Disney, can you please tell me what you were thinking with this film? Please. Okay, thanks. It was okay. It's okay. I could watch it. I'm gonna put it above Tarzan though, fucking hell. I'm sorry, Tarzan's at like the bottom of my list along with Chicken Little. Oh god, that makes me laugh. Good Dinosaur. I went in with fairly regular expectations and got thoroughly disappointed. It was... You did a film about dinosaurs again, didn't you, Disney? Right, okay, let me just say, right, please do a decent film about dinosaurs, because I fucking love dinosaurs, and you've not done a decent film about dinosaurs yet. Where's my good film about dinosaurs? And not a good dinosaur. Not that shit. It wasn't complete shit, but my god, it was boring. It just didn't have any oomph to it. It didn't feel... It wasn't Disney. Next, Cars 3. Wow, what a banger. That is my favourite film ever. This is the one where he feels like he's really old, right? And he stops competing and trains someone else. Wow, do we actually have one below Tarzan? No, I don't think we do. I don't know why, I never connected with Tarzan. Coco! Guys, you know how I've been, like, very normal about animation and stuff in these films? I'm not going to be normal about this one. The fucking leaf bridge is amazing. That satisfies something in my soul, and I don't know why, but it is fucking gorgeous, and I love it so much. And on my important videos playlist, I have her screaming, "No music!" with it just fucking the screen rattling and shit. It's great if you want to see that. But yeah, Coco, great film. Love the art style. The story was really good. Kind of predicted who the villain was going to be. Sorry. I don't know if it was obvious or not. It was to me. But, you know, context clues and all that shit. I love that film. It is gorgeous. It is great. However, I've only seen it all the way through once. And it still hit S tier. That's how... Yeah. That's how you know. Watch it, if you haven't already. Incredible 2. Electric Bungalow. I actually really enjoyed this one. I think everybody was like dogging on it and stuff, but I actually really enjoyed it. I think there was some very comedic moments in it. Very fucking comedic moments. I think Jack is a bit OP. Just saying. Everyone loved it, and they're like, come on, guys. That many powers? How is there ever an issue ever? I know he's a baby, but come on. And then he turns into Edna mode, which is funny. And then he fights a raccoon. It's a good scene. Poor raccoon, but you know. Yeah. Very good film. I actually really enjoyed it, even though a lot of people didn't. Again, I'm going back to the animation. The animation was really good. The villain, very fucking predictable who that was. Come on. But again, I must say, the art deco with it all was so good. And I think that's why I like it so much. The noir style of like the old school mixed with the technology, and it just... Oh, I've got a soft spot for that. I fucking love it. Or should I say a hard spot? No. 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 Incredibles 2. I'm gonna put behind Incredibles 1, actually. You know? Yeah. I think that feels right. Toy Story 4. It's gotta go above Toy Story 3. That's for sure. Can I put it in S tier with the bugbear I have about this film? Can I? Yeah, you know why? You know why? Because... Did you see the animation of the fucking cat in that film? That thing was fucking real, I'm telling you. That was... I don't know where this should sit, to be fair. You know what? It's going to sit with Toy Story 2. My bugbear is what people are wondering, aren't they? They want to see me rage about it. Well, I'm not going to rage. I'm just going to say that it's fucking bullshit that Woody would leave the gang. I'm sorry. Right. I get it. I get the whole, let's fucking, you know what? I got really worried then I wasn't still recording for some fucking reason, even though I still am. Also, they fucking ruined the Toy Story franchise. Yeah, right, okay, so... Sure, have Woody fucking leave, but have the others at least go fucking with him. All the new characters everyone fell in love with in the third one. Nobody cares. They can go and live with the little girl, and then you can have adventures with all the toys that have been together since, like, the second film. Like, all together, like... They ruined it, because if they make another one, which they're going to, because it's fucking Pixar, they're milking that franchise for what they can, don't separate him from the rest of them, because now, if they do another one, they're either going to have to reunite them, which means, like, oh, look, there was no point in the ending of the last one anyway, or it's just going to be the ones in the bedroom, which is more likely what they're going for, but I'm thinking, like, okay, if they do that, though, wouldn't it be so much better if you got a Toy Story film where it's like them in the wilderness and like trying to survive things and like adventuring and stuff, like it's an actual kid's imagination doing shit? Wouldn't that be so much better? I've been thinking about this too much, but Toy Story 4 was, don't get me wrong, it was beautiful. Beautiful film. It was good, but that ending gets me.
The future.
I get the premise. Wow, I whistled then with my lisp. I get the premise. I get the idea of it. I get the moving on and the growing up. And some of us don't want to grow up, bro. Some of us have a Peter Pan complex. Yeah, 360 that around dinner. Boom. Nah. Made me cry. Which is fine. I don't mind crying. The fucking dolls. Honey, can we talk about the design of those fucking dolls? They were fucking terrifying. The marionettes. Is there a marionette? There's no marionette. It's a ventriloquist dummy. I got fear of shit like that. Autonomophobia. Anything that looks fucking human but isn't. You have fucking weeping angels and mannequins and I blame Doctor Who for a lot of it, to be fair. Yeah, they even had them on Doctor Who as well. Oh my god! Doctor Who's made me scared of everything, man. As I put in that clip of Doctor Who talking about being scared of everything.
But now it's got completely out of hand. I mean, he's scared to death of everything.
Pantophobia.
What?
That's what it's called, pantophobia. Not a fear of pants, though, if that's what you're thinking. It's a fear of everything, including pants, I suppose, in that case. Sorry, go on.
Anyway. Toy Story 4. The villain was really good. Although... Is this going to be controversial? Every Toy Story, other than the first one, it's a toy that got neglected by its previous owners and then is taking it out on the other toys. Let's just be honest. Come up with a new villain, honey? No, that was mean. I get the idea. I respect the idea. We should all be kind to our toys. They could be alive. They are alive. Listening, Dodger. Fuck, no, I can't. No, I actually can't. That would make me cry if I called him. Oh, the emotions that are tied to that teddy. Oh dear. Yeah, the Toy Story 4. I love that they made Bo Peep badass. Can we just talk about that for a minute? Bo Peep was a fucking badass and I loved it. Yes, that's how I like my female characters. She did the most. Don't know if that's... Woody fucking leaving. He wouldn't fucking leave. He wouldn't fucking leave. Even though... Right. I'm sorry. Woody's a little bitch. Okay? Oh, I've been meaning to rant about this for a long fucking time. He's a little bitch. You know why? Oh no, somebody's the most popular toy. He's gonna be the leader soon. Oh, I need to leave all my friends and family that I've known for fucking years. At least 18 years. Because that's how old Andy is. I need to leave them because I'm not in challenge anymore. Shut up, Woody. Fuck. Fuck. They all should have gone with him. Fuck that little girl. Don't take that out of context. Okay, I liked Andy more because it's Andy and he was with us for the first 3 films, and then suddenly it's this little girl and it's like, okay, cool, you know, but with every film as well, they're adding more and more side characters and it's just getting too fucking confusing to keep track of them all. Wow, I had a lot of gripes with Toy Story 4, didn't I? It's still in S tier, and it's with Toy Story 2, so... Constructive criticism, Disney. Please, I know you're planning on making a Toy Story 5. Let's be honest, we all know it. Please take on board those words. This video will get 1 view, and it will be the CEO of Disney. Okay. Onward! Not seen it. It has Zendaya's boyfriend in it. Tom Holland. Fucking hell, why? I don't even know him as Zendaya's boyfriend. Like, I know he's Zendaya's boyfriend, but I don't even know him as Zendaya's boyfriend. I know him as, like, Spider-Man and everything, so I'm like... Why did I just refer to him as Zendaya's boyfriend? Zendaya's a baddie. Onward. I've not seen it. I've not seen Soul. I've not seen Luca. I want to watch Turning Red, but I've not seen it. Not seen Lightyear. Voiced by Captain America, right? America's ass. Not seen Elemental. We're down to the newest one I've watched, actually, and it's the newest one, it's the last one on here, guys, and let me tell you right now that this one is definitely going in S tier. However,
I'm not good enough.
Okay, the design of Anxiety was bullshit, let's be honest. Let's just get that out there right now. Stupid. Absolutely fucking stupid. Did not agree with that design whatsoever. Some people might. I fucking don't. That is not how my anxiety will be personified, honey. Trust me. This film made me cry my eyes out. And do you know what scene it is? Do you know where it made me cry my eyes out? When she has the panic attack, because it was too fucking real. That bit where Anxiety is like fucking zooming around and it's just fucking frozen but still zooming around, like that is literally just fucking, and then she starts like hyperventilating and having a full-blown fucking panic attack and everyone's fucking looking at her like, oh my god, is she okay? And Anxiety fucking cries. Fucking cries. That scene, oh my god, that scene made that film for me. Like everything else, okay, she's got these new friends and then she's gonna have to leave her friends because they're not doing something to do with hockey or whatever, and you've got all the cool kids and she wants to be like the cool kids. I wish that I could be like the cool kids. And then she like fucking sneaks in and sees the moaning about her in the journal and everything. Yes, this is very much teenage angst. The first one was like kid angst, you know, you moved away from your home and shit. The second one was like teenage angst. I get it, but the whole thing, the whole thing with that anxiety attack, just, that's what made this film for me. That's why it's going in S tier.
I'm a good person.
It was very good, and any film that makes me cry is a good film. I don't know. Honestly, I was... Oh. I might rewatch it soon, you know. I watched it at the same time that I watched it just before I watched Frozen 2, and then just before I watched Frozen 2 just before I watched Moana 2. That was a very emotional day for me. Spent all day watching this, and then I think I watched Sister Act, and Sister Act 2. Why the fuck did I watch Sister Act after I watched Moana 2? I don't know. Fucking no. But yeah, Inside Out 2 is going well above Inside Out 1. Is it going above The Incredibles though? You know, I actually think it is. I think it is, and that is saying something, because when I first saw the trailers, I were like, this is what they're doing? Really? Plus, kind of contradicting Inside Out 1, because you see the mum and dad's heads and none of them have the anxiety or the ennui. She was cool as fuck, loved her. Them. When I say them, they gave me them vibes. Loved them. I love the connection between Sadness and the big green one, and I can't remember what it's fucking called. What is his fucking name? Embarrassment? Was it Embarrassment? Oh, it might have been. Oh, maybe I need to rewatch this again. I don't know. Maybe I need to cry tonight. Do I need to cry tonight? I always need to cry tonight. I've got to work at 4 AM though. And then I'm going out afterwards. Do I really want to cry tonight? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But yes, this is our official tier list for Disney. And you know what? A lot more is in A and S like normal, which is... ass. Which is funny. I always put everything in the top tiers because I just love things. Watch my other tier list. It's literally like everything's in S and A, and then everything, there's like 1 in each of a fucking column. I don't know why. I don't like being mean to things. Chicken Little's in F though, because fuck Chicken Little. D is all stuff I've not seen. I don't think there's anything in here that I have seen, or anything that I've like seen but don't remember. Oh no, Cars 2 is in there. I think that's the only one that I've seen and didn't enjoy. Then we've got in the C tier, we've got quite a few of the classics to be fair, but we've got Tarzan, Cars 3, Good Dinosaur, Snow White, Ichabod and Mr. Toad, Sleeping Beauty, Fantasia, Sword in the Stone. I feel like I've ranked Sword in the Stone too low. But I will need a rewatch. See, maybe I'll do one of these again in a couple of years and this will all change, you don't know. Dumbo, The Rescuers. And then in B, we've got Cinderella, Great Mouse Detective, Pinocchio, Pocahontas, Dinosaur, Cars, Hunchback of Notre Dame, Bambi, Robin Hood, Brother Bear, Lady and the Tramp, Wreck-It Ralph, Ralph Breaks the Internet, Black Cauldron, Finding Dory. A is Peter Pan, Lion King, Little Mermaid, Winnie the Pooh, Beast, Beauty and the Beast, Toy Story, Treasure Planet, Alice in Wonderland, 101 Dalmatians, Toy Story 3, people are going to kill me for that one, Brave, Princess and the Frog, and A Bug's Life. And in my top tier of Disney films, in order, is Aristocats, Atlantis, Meet the Robinsons, Mulan, The Fox and the Hound, Hercules, Monsters University, Emperor's New Groove, Frozen, Lilo and Stitch, Bolt, Inside Out, Jungle Book, Toy Story 4, Toy Story 2, Monsters Inc., Coco, Tangled, Finding Nemo, Incredibles 2, Incredibles 1, Inside Out 2, Aladdin, WALL-E, Up, Zootopia, Ratatouille, Oliver and Company, Frozen 2, Moana, and Moana 2. Both the Moanas are at the top, and that, need I say more about that? I feel like I should, but you know. Yeah, that's my Disney tier list. I mean, as always, the top ones can always like shuffle around in my head, because that happens quite a bit, depending what mood I'm in, what I'm in the mood to watch, what I've watched recently, etc, etc. But all of those sort of like, yeah. There is a similar theme between why my favourites are my favourites, aren't they? Oops. But that's a little insight into me and my likes and dislikes. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Ezra, have you ever known what you're saying in this video, honey? No, not at all. Not at all. Well, I didn't really act like Roman at all in that video. Well, little bits. Little bits. Ow. But yes, I hope you enjoyed the cosplay, the casual cosplay. It's looking more like a heart now than a star. No, it's still a star. I do have red glitter, but you can't really it doesn't show up as well as the gold. I have so much glitter in my eyes, it hurts. I need to fix the lighting though, because every time I put on mascara it looks really faded, even though it is dark as fuck in real life. The lipstick is definitely faded. The hair is just... yeah. Maybe I'll straighten my hair again sometime soon, eh? I don't know. I think it's because I don't put any heat on it. I never blow dry it and I never straighten it anymore, and I think that's like... I don't know. It's been a while since I put any heat on it, so be careful. Careful with my hair. With my hair. Thank you for joining me for what will... I mean, we've been recording for 2 hours and 38 minutes. What will inevitably be a very long video, and we might cut it down a bit and then put the full extended version on Patreon, maybe. I can't promise that I'm going to edit it very well when my editor actually sends it back to me, because I know they're going to. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. But thank you for joining me, guys. I will see you all next time. You know what? I'm going to try and sync out. This is going to involve sliding off my chair and like falling on the floor. I hope you realise that. Thank you for watching. I can't do it, no. Too cringe. There's a reason that don't relate the most to Roman. But it was a Disney video, and the inspiration was Thomas doing it as Roman, so I thought, you know what, let me do a Disney tier list. And then I thought, hey, maybe I could do a casual cosplay with makeup and stuff. And we've got obviously the royalty shirt on. Right here, it's got it down the sleeves as well. Oh. I think this is the only white top that I wear, other than my Demi Lovato one. But yes, thank you for joining me, guys. Onwards to watch more Disney movies. Huzzah! 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 It's so bad. Oh, what is my life? What am I doing? What am I doing?